And welcome to our introduction for the ladder for Build a Game. And as you can see here, we've got some ladders going on in a level that's been constructed. But before we get into the level, let's take a look at the ladder itself. The ladder is going to behave just like you would think in a normal game. You've got the ability to move up and down, left and right, and at angles, and jumping from it and to it and through it. You also have the ability to override properties so that you can adjust things like the speed that the character is going to be climbing on top of it. So you can see here inside of our properties, we've got some options for overriding player controls, so that if we want to adjust the speed that the player is moving on it when they're walking or running, or whether they're going on angles, you're able to make those adjustments. And with our ladder direction toggles, we're able to decide what directions are we allowed to move on this particular ladder piece. So if a ladder piece is only allowed to move left or right, you could select just the left or right. If you only wanted to be up and down, you could select the up and down. This gives you a lot of flexibility and control in kind of moving players around in a direction that you want them to move. Then we also have our options for our jumping from the ladder, the speed and the height, so that how high do they jump, as well as our speed of movement while they jump from the ladder. One of the last options that we have that's specific to the ladder is going to be the little platform at the top. The platform at the top is basically once the character crosses this plane, this is where he can actually stand on top of the ladder, and then you can adjust that position however you see fit for the art that you're going to be bringing into it. Alright, so those are the basic properties, and of course all the other properties apply to ladder that are part of the basic tile sets. And let's go ahead and jump into the level. We'll take a quick peek at the level, and then we'll do a little run through of it so we can see how the ladders behave and how they function. So what we've done is we've set up several different types of climbing and jumping and maneuvering situations. So in here we can see how we're going to be transferring different directions across and jumping from one thing to another. And then we've got one right in here where we've got only a down movement and you can't go back up. So you've got, once you get onto that ladder, it's only a downward movement. Some different pieces for jumping and transitioning, and jumping and catching and moving up, and then some angle movement. And then in the background you can see the little windmills that are going to be rotating around. Basically we've got the one block that's got these objects parented to it, and it has a rotation on it, so it gives us like this little windmill effect in the background. And then a nice little climb all the way to the top, where we're going to be jumping off, collecting some coins, and making our way back to our starting position. Alright, so let's go ahead and give this level a try. And we'll go ahead and hit start to get started. There we go. And of course our poor guy, he just can't reach it, so let's go ahead and make our way around. And one thing you may notice is the ladder has a little bit of an enter animation to it, so when you enter onto it, it's going to play a little wiggle on the ladder just to give some fun motion. And once you cross that plane, you're able to go to the top, and we have full movement all the way around on it. We'll drop down, grab our coin. Let's see if we can make our little jump over. And these are just the platforms. We can push down and jump to do it. On this one, you can't go back up, so it's only down till you get to the bottom. There we go. And then we'll see if we can reach out and grab it. And let's make our way over. And we've got little windmills out in the distance. And of course the motion is when you jump into a ladder, you can push up to grab it. And we'll make our way up to the top. Grab our last little coin right here. And let's make our way down. There we go. Alright, the basics of the ladder. And I think you can see how you can use it in a lot of creative ways and have some fun putting those inside your levels. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.